Unlike a lot of the young people that are out there, I don't want a handout. We want fairness. And that's why sometimes, especially when we see people like Fauci and Candace get away with all kinds of stuff, sometimes it feels good to see them get their comeuppance. But is that really what we're seeing? Or are we seeing them get away with stuff? Crap that they should not be getting away with. I'm Caleb. Welcome to the Tradesman. So first off, Fauci ended up having to appear before Congress, and he was being asked a lot of questions. And of course, apparently something like 111 times, he repeated that per his lawyers, he is not going to actually answer under the Fifth Amendment, even though the Fifth Amendment is only for self-incrimination, and he was clearly told that he was not protected by that amendment since he has a pardon from Biden. Now, again, a pardon that is debatable at best, but still a pardon. The crazy part that starts to happen is that he could actually have gotten himself in trouble having a pardon because you can't use that, and so they can hold you in contempt. And apparently they're going to vote on it next week. Now, I don't think anything's going to happen. And if you were anyone who lived through the COVID shenanigans of our country, you know how irritating and how very, very annoying it is to see someone who gets away with everything when if you tried to do a simple thing during COVID that was off from the safety instructions, you were ripped apart. I saw people chewed out, and myself included, for pulling down a mask while I'm digging in the dirt hundreds of yards away from anyone because Dr. Fauci said it was a good idea to wear a mask. We are not the same. Will Fauci ever actually get what he deserves? Probably not. And if you really want to know what he's like, they released his diaries because, of all things, he put his diaries on government computers. And we see just how narcissistic he is and how powerful he knew he was and how untouchable he knew he was. And the fact that he was untouchable should make us upset. The fact that he's still untouchable should make you upset. And we have to ask ourselves, what are we going to do about it? Are we going to constantly let a class be two different classes here? Those that have money and those that don't. And if you don't have money, then you're basically the lowest of the low. And if you do have money, then you can hire dozens of lawyers and no one can do anything to you because they know how to use our system better than we know how to use our system. What happened to equality in the law? Not equality in life. We understand that that's not going to happen. I'm not Elon Musk. I'm not brilliant. I can't make a lot of money like him. But in the law, we should have equality. And even the Bible talks about this, that you don't dare give someone extra, credence, whatever, privilege because of their money. But he's probably going to get away with it, and he's probably going to get away with it. The arrogance, the stupidity, even to the point of saying when someone asked him, does he have a binder in front of him? He says, well, per my counsel, I can't respond. What color tie are you wearing, Dr. Fauci? Per my counsel, I can't respond. You should see the clips. The clips are hysterical. But we are not the same. And we're not the same as the young people out there trying to scream that they're owed things and getting the Zoran Mandanis elected or all these other people that are part of the Democratic Socialists of America who want to just take the money from the rich. I don't think that way. What I'm not saying is I don't want to take the money from the rich. I want to earn the money that we get. I just want the opportunities to do so. And I don't think that the economy that we have, I don't think the systems that we have set up right now are designed that way. And it's not a great grand conspiracy. People just want power and money, and they're going to do it. And they don't care whether it hurts you or whether it hurts me in the process. Now, part of this, too, is Candace is apparently in hot water because she decided that it was a great idea to release video footage from inside the courtroom of the trial right now for the alleged killer of Charlie Kirk, and admitted that she encouraged this person to get the video footage, meaning she is indicting herself on contempt of the court. They can go after her very much for this. This is a very, very huge legal blunder on her part. And for all the people that want to see her thrown in jail, good on you. The problem is I don't think that's good enough. And it's sad to me that there are people out there that are delusional and so deluded by this. My 2 videos ago, I had a guy on my video who was out there going like, go for it, Candace, you're the best. Okay. This is the sad part is I was watching the chicks on the right because I like I said, I watch all kinds of stuff so I can get a good perspective to give you guys something. And the chicks on the right are like, isn't it crazy that some stuff she says and you go, just go simple Google search. And Google's like, no, that's not how that's done. Like the bullet hole, the bullet wound. She's trying to say that it's this exploding mic exploded on him. And that's how the wound was created. That the contusions and all the other words that were on there, those words can't mean that it was a bullet. But then you type the very statement into Google, and it pulls it up as, yeah, that totally can be a bullet. Exactly, probably is a bullet. And you feel like the young guy every time someone shows you a video and you go, that's AI. Yeah, that's AI. That's what you feel like. And you're like, a simple Google search will tell you this. I had someone show me and was like, did you know Ryan Reynolds has a twin brother who talks exactly like him and is exactly the same kind of person? It's crazy. And he shows me this video, and it's obviously Ryan Reynolds talking to himself from 2 different chairs, okay? Like they're spliced together. And I just pulled up my phone and go, yeah, that's not really how that's going. He doesn't have a brother. People believe stuff, and the same people follow these conspiracies, and it's never going to be enough. They'll tell you that Google is the one that's lying to you. But hopefully they'll get their comeuppance, and we'll see those 2 jailbirds jailed. Because I don't care that they are going to jail, except so much as it shows that there has to be equality under the law. There has to be. For us to believe that the system is working, there has to be equality under the law. We all have to be treated the same. And if we're not, and we know we're not, but if we're not, we'll lose. Now, one more thing that I want to add in before I go. Trump has made a huge blunder. Huge blunder. And this is something that we need to buckle up for. Because we, as conservatives, are not good at this. And we need to work on all of our conservative friends and brothers. And I never leave you without a call to action. I'm never going to leave you without a call to action, because that is the purpose of these videos, is not just to spew what I'm thinking, but to make a difference. Now, here's my point. Trump made a huge blunder where he tried to make a memorandum of peace or understanding with Iran. And the reason why is because he thought people, and the perspective was out there, was that people were done with the Iran war. And now we look like an idiot because we went to the bully and we punched him in the face and then said, hey, can we make a deal? Once we realized it was harder than we thought it was going to be to take them down. And the problem was we had the power, we had the strength to keep punching. And there's actually a good video I watched recently, and it was talking about there was a sheriff who defended his deputy, because there was a deputy who was trying to pursue a bad guy who had an AR, and the guy goes running around the back of the I'll show you the video at some point if I find it. Comes running around the back of the police vehicle and smashes the guy over the head with the AR and is coming to the ground trying to kill him. And the other deputy comes around with a new rounds in his chamber, well, a new magazine in his pistol. And I'm sure for all you military people, I'm using the wrong jargon. And he put something like 17 rounds into the guy. And the sheriff goes, I knew it would be bad if I didn't get ahead of this. And so I immediately came out and put out a presser saying that evil can never be dead enough. And I was like, exactly. Perfect. Evil cannot be dead enough. Don't talk to me about how hard we go, because evil has to be stopped. And whether I believe Trump, I believe him, that it was a threat and that it needed to be dealt with. But once you punched him in the face, you can't stop. You have to deliver all 17 rounds. You have to. Because once you've stopped, you look like a fool. And now every time they throw something at us, we're throwing it back. And it's just constant back and forth. And it's going to hurt us more in the midterms than had we just gone for it. But this is what I'm saying. We have to be strong. Build up our courage. Build up each other's courage to say, if it's the right thing to do, it's the right thing to do regardless. And we will not back down. If it costs us something, it costs us something. But we must do what's right. And if all conservatives felt the same way, there wouldn't have been no hesitation in Trump's mind than to continue pushing. Talk to people around you. What you've been lied to is that conservatives are on the out and that it's uncultured to talk about what you believe. Don't let them hold the high ground. We have it. We know it's true. And so we should share it. Thank you so much for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. That's the only thing I ask from you guys. It really does tremendously help the channel. I'd like to get this thing up. We're at 134 subscribers. I'd like to get it going. We've got to get going. We've got to get moving. We've got to get more help, more subscribers. And I'd like to get a different camera and all kinds of other stuff. But again, I can't do that with what we got. So please help me out and spread the word. Thank you so much for watching The Tradesman.